Alright guys, I figured I'd do one more video with you before I called it a night and share some of the things that I bought off of Amazon. These are 5-inch cutoff wheels that I purchased. These are Pretec. The reason why I bought these is I bought them in the past. I had extremely good luck with them. These are 3/64. Uh, they're actually 5-inch by 3/64 by 7/8. So they're extremely thin. So if you're doing any kind of precision cutting or anything like that, they don't leave a real wide line or use up a lot of material when you're cutting. They don't last any longer than any of the other brands that I've tried on Amazon. They last longer than the really cheap ones that you buy, the no-name ones at Harbor Freight. And like I said, this is a 5-inch. I believe this is a 10-pack. Let's see if it says it on here somewhere. Maybe you guys seen it on there, but I believe this is a 10-pack. So I got 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 cutoff wheels that I purchased. I believe they were right in the area with Amazon Prime. I believe they were right around $14, $15. So these work great. Like I said, I haven't had any issues with them. I buy them because they're extremely thin. And when I'm cutting something that I don't want to lose a lot of material from it, and I want a very precise cut, I use these, especially on thin metal. So I also bought some additional grinding discs and a few other things that I'll show you from Pretec. And one of the reasons I had to buy them separate is because they offer 5-inch cutoff wheels, but they don't offer 5-inch grinders or flap wheels. But you can buy them in a set, which is kind of weird. And they come as a kit. It comes with a couple grinding wheels, different grit flap wheels, and more cutoff wheels. So we'll set these aside, and I'll show you what I bought here. And like I said, this is, once again, this is 5-inch, 7/8 arbor. A little stubborn one-handed trying to get it off here, but we got 3 flap wheels here that came in it. Like I said, for some reason you cannot buy flap wheels from them separately in a 5-inch. You can buy them in 4.5-inch, but you can't buy them at 5-inch. The only way you can get them is in this kit. So I got 3 flap wheels at 40 grit. And I got 3 grinding wheels, 5-inch. And then ended up getting more cutoff wheels, so 20 cutoff wheels. It comes in this little container here, which is kind of neat. It allows it to be storage area, and not collect moisture and things of those nature. So it's kind of nice. And these may be different grit. I haven't taken them apart to see. I don't remember when I purchased them if it was a 40, 60, and 80 or something like that. But it was the only way that I get a 5-inch flat wheel. So I went ahead and bought those just because I like the particular brand. I've had really good luck with these. I'll set those aside, and I'll show you some of the other things that I bought that I'm going to try. And one of those things is this Shineboc. These are 5-inch, 7/8 arbor, and these are paint stripping discs is what they are. You can see they come in different colors and different grit. I wanted to try these out on my grinder. I have some 2.5-inch ones that I'm very happy with that I use on my roll-up pads. So I figured I'd try these out, and I even have some of these in 4.5, and they work really well. But I wanted to, use the full potential of my grinder because it was a 5-inch. So I went ahead and bought these. And this hence why I bought so many of the others too. In the shop we have a bunch of 4.5, but with the guard on it, it makes it hard to use the full potential of a 4.5. So I went ahead and bought the 5, and I'm gonna give these a try. These right here, I believe, are like $17 and some change or something like that, maybe 14 bucks or something like that and some change. Like I said, I'm gonna give these a try and see how they work out. Try the different grits on it and see, which one's better. Maybe just buy that color next time. Other than that, I think I got some flap wheels and some crimping adapters, which I'll show you here. Let me move this out of the way. This is another set of flap wheels. These are generic ones I bought off of eBay. I bought these dirt cheap. It was 10 for $9. Kind of scary, but I figured I'd give them a try. The particular grinder I have is only 9,000 RPMs anyways. These are rated for 12,500. So I figured I'd give them a try. And like I said, it's the reason why I bought these and quit using the 4.5 on my other grind is the guard got in the way, and it just never got the full potential of the 4.5. So I'm going to use these 5-inch to get the full area of my grinder filled up, and then be able to keep my guard on it and use this to the full potential. Got one more thing, and I think I'll call it a night there. I bought these Wirefly crimping dies, quick change ratcheting crimping tool. These are for antenna wire. I have a pair that just didn't do the particular size I needed, so I purchased these, and as you can see, they have a number of other dies and quick connects that you can buy. I believe these are right around 15 bucks on Prime. I do have the Rhino ones, which are actually just a generic version of the Wireflies, but these adapters fit inside of it and have had no issues with them. But yeah, I needed these, so I went ahead and bought them, and they've been great so far. I haven't had any really issues. The only thing I don't like is they slip out very easily. So if you drop them, these pop out. If you go to crimp something sometimes and you don't get it in there just right, it'll pull them out. So that's the only thing I don't like about them, but for the most part they work really well. They just can be cumbersome sometimes because they pop out very easily. But like I said, I only use these for antenna wire. I do have some coax crimpers that just didn't have any this particular size that went this small. So I think that's it for tonight, and if you have any questions, drop them below. Give me a like, share, subscribe, and we'll talk to you later.